In today's Model 42 video, I got a crazy gameplay here with the Kastov 74U. I went absolutely ballistic, dropped an MGB tac nuke, and this is one of my favorite setups to use on this gun. And I'm not gonna lie, this has been the most agile and mobile builds that's got great recoil control. Y'all are gonna love this one. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure you give it a like, subscribe with notifications turned on. Of course, shout out to the Noti Gang here on screen. If you want to be featured in a future vid, make sure you guys comment Noti Gang down in the comment section below. That being said, the class is at the end of the video. All right, we got a little bit of hard point here on Mercado, one of my favorite actual non-shipment related maps. Oh, is there a fourth guy right here? Oh, there is, but he's flashing me, so I'm out. What? Do these guys like... I don't know what's going on. My teammates got some sort of rapid fire shenanigans going on. Don't know what that is. Jose, get back here. Yeah, this thing beams. Look at that UAV gone. Oh my god, those are some crazy headshots. All right, we're going around. No reason to go down mid right there. That's just like a death trap. That's how you die off streaks. See, we'll get closer to him. All right, so as a result, because we did not actually just full ball swallow down the middle, we actually survived, got our support helo, which was the goal. Now, I know there's gonna be people by the hard point, so I'm just gonna get up in here, at least on top of it. Oh, I see someone else back there. Nice, there we go. Okay, cool. Can I push? Say they're all just running out here. Really got to be aware of where people are at on the map. Well, there should be spawning out back here. Yup. All right, let's whip out the pistol, run over that point. All right, teammates got that. Don't need to do it. Oh, you snuck in behind me. I don't know if there's someone like behind me. Teammate freaks me out. I wasn't looking at the radar for a second. I was just listening. We're not brutal. It's act. Wow. Are we for real already on a brutal? I just noticed that. I just saw that. I really wasn't sure if that like little tire up there was actually somebody or not. I was like, I'll just pop a shot or two off and see. That guy like got disintegrated. Oh my god. Wow, there's the MGB already. Dude, we're only at 70 points in. I could for real do something here. Oh, and I just died. Well, now that we got a fresh life, we're gonna see what we can do. We can streak up again here and grab potentially another double MGB on this. That'd be pretty sick. Okay, someone's to my left. Oh, looks like there's more than two guys over there. One guy. As I said, I knew there had to be guys rotating, funneling through this way. Oh, they spawned out. Teammate. L move, L move.
Hardpoint compromised. Secure the area.
Nice, I love these grenades.
Hardpoint relocating. Stand by. Friendly SA.
These things are so annoying. I just seen him pop up there. He had a nice little Lockwood.
Location updated.
I don't know if that's giving me an indicator that they're spawning out over here or if he just randomly spawned, but let's pop this UAV and find out. Lord knows we need that thing going. Does it say y'all want to push through mid-map here? This thing just deletes, man. Hey, you think you're shooting up in the air for something now? I can give you something more to shoot up in the air for. Got my Overwatch. Alright, let's actually call this thing in. Oh, we actually can't at the moment.
Hostile UAV in the area.
My teammate got a the enemy got a ridiculous little clip right there.
Hardpoint compromised. Secure the area.
Alright, let's actually see if we can call this in. Hey, there we go. Those were really nice. Not only just because they get kills, but because they actually mark enemies. Like kind of, it's not like, you know, real time. Sometimes it's a little bit delayed, but it can be pretty useful. It also can take people out and potentially save your ass. So I think it just kind of did right there for me. I thought we were running out of ammo for a sec. I hit square and it wouldn't reload. Huh? Whoa, bro, they didn't show up. Yeah, the advanced UAV in this game like genuinely pisses me off. It's gotta be one of the worst ones. Like, what? That guy was what, out mid-map? I don't think he was on there. Because you have ghosts, he's not showing up or something. Takes an advanced UAV, like, ain't nothing like protected from that. Or should be. See anybody else back there that I don't know about yet? Alright, so they're down there. Hey. Alright, let's get this going. Thank you. Yes, sir. Hold up. Get on flashed again. Leaving beef for the moment. That's literally just firing down there. There we go. I'm telling you, this thing just deletes too quick. They're just like demolishing the enemy team straight up. Actually got some with that. Oh, I think I got two. Ooh, I should not have lived through that. Actually, I don't even care about that kid up in there. They're winning by so much. Say, where did guy number 3 go? There was 3. Dude, that was such a tragic... Alright, I want to call the advanced UAV, and guess what? I guess I'm calling in my MGB TAC nuke. We're gonna get the win anyways, but this is ending the game a bit premature. Hey, that's why you have to make sure you call everything in. Just, you know, by the little dial. That's why I was doing that during this game. It happened way too frequently. Sheesh. We drop nice little 93 on Mercado MGB. I like that. All right, now let's hop in here and give you guys a setup. Hope y'all enjoyed that gameplay. Absolute banger. If you guys did not watch it, shame on you. Definitely go back and watch that. But anyways, the Kastov 7.62, one of my favorite assault rifles here in the game, besides maybe the STB. This is a great gun, but we have the Kastov 7.62, the P890 here, along with the Stim Shot Tactical and the Semtex as our lethal. Perk package here as Double Time Scavenger, Fast Hands, and Quick Fix. This is my kind of tried and true standard, what I run on all my setups. Hope you guys actually try this out here if you're not trying out this perk package. And then, of course, the munitions box as our field upgrade. But now let's hop into the Kastov. So we're gonna build this thing here from scratch, show you guys what the attachments are, how to tune them properly, and of course, by the way, I'm gonna get some questions about the camo on this gun. This is a Atlanta Phase camo here, a CDL camo from the store. You guys can go get that. I know I get a lot of comments about some of these camos that look pretty cool. It's because they are the CDL camos. But first attachment we're gonna be going for is going to be a silencer. So let's get into the muzzle category. What we're gonna go ahead and do is we're gonna go find the Polar Fire-S. This is gonna give us the increase in sound suppression, bullet velocity, damage range, and recoil smoothness. You lose a tad of the ADS speed and aiming stability, but we love the increase in damage range, recoil smoothness, bullet velocity, I mean, just the sound suppression too. So we like all the pros for this, which is absolutely awesome. But now let's give you guys the tune here for this silencer. So like all my videos here recently, we're gonna be whipping out the mouse here to tune this effectively. You don't have to do this. I just play controller on PC, so it's easy for me to be able to do this. But we're gonna tune this silencer here for a little bit more ADS speed, aiming, idle, stability here. We're not as too focused on the bullet velocity. But anyways, let's actually hop in here and do this. So we don't want to just like take this and slide it all the way to max. Like that's just not the correct way to do the tunings. We're just gonna go down here. We're gonna see we're pretty much where it maxes out here in terms of your ADS speed. You can see more or less pretty early on you get like as much as you're going to get out of this thing, which is just moves it up to right about here. So negative 0.46, this is about as much as you're going to get in that handling category. Then after that, you just start, you know, having detrimental effects to everything else. So you can't really max this out. I wish it'd go a little bit further, but it is what it is for right now. And now as far as the aiming, idle, stability, we'll slide this all the way down here. We can see we get some weird effects there as soon as we slide it all the way. But after messing around with it here for a little bit more or less, you can see that pretty early on, we get the max benefit here in terms of our accuracy. So that's like pretty much the category we're going to be increasing here. So we get a little bit of that benefit there, but as soon as we start going any further this way, we start losing like our range and everything, which is not good. So we definitely don't want to do that. Now in the underbarrel section, since we got to stabilize this gun out here a little bit, we're going to go down here and look for one of my favorite underbarrels. And that's going to be the F-Tac Ripper 56. So that aiming, idle, stability increase, hipfire accuracy, and of course recoil stabilization, all really great things here to have on this gun. I mean, we love aiming, idle, stability. That just makes it so our shots are just not going to be moving around, or the gun's not going to be moving around on us as much. That increase in fire accuracy is not as like something we're looking for. We don't really care too much about that, but it's always a nice benefit here. And then the recoil stabilization, always a great thing, because the Kastov 7.62, it is putting out a 7.62 round. It's a bigger ammunition type, so it's gonna have more recoil than something that's shooting like 9mm, for instance. So stabilizing this gun is a pretty big thing that we have to check off our bucket list here. Now the tune for this thing here, since we are already getting a whole bunch of recoil stabilization, everything is going to be for like, you know, the ADS speed and maybe a little bit of the aim walking speed, just to kind of speed this gun up a little bit, since I like to be super aggressive with my guns. I don't like sitting back, camping, none of that stuff. So we're going to slide this down here and tune it here effectively. And you can see more or less, you can almost actually just max this thing out, because we still get a benefit all the way up until the very end. So maxing out the ADS speed is going to be kind of the move on this thing. And then now going over here, we can see that pretty much when we're talking about like increasing mobility, you get that pretty much a sharp increase, and then it kind of dips off right there. But move back a little bit, you can see we peak out here at negative 0.32. After that, it goes in and then comes back out. So it's a bit odd in that way and how that actually works, but this is a very, very good thing to be able to take note of here. So don't slide this one all the way to the end, but definitely this one, you can be okay with doing that. Next up, we're gonna be looking in the rear grip section here to give us more mobility as well, because, you know, like I said, I like to be super aggressive here with all of my guns. It doesn't matter if it's an SMG, an AR, LMG even. I like to just kind of run around it, you know, balls to the wall. That's like my goal, but actually not quite like that. But you guys get what I'm saying. I like to be very aggressive and just kind of push. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go through on the true tack grip for that sprint to fire and aim down sight speed. great attributes to be able to throw onto the Kastov. It's not going to mess your recoil too much, as we do happen to have the F-Tac Ripper 56, which is stabilizing the gun out currently. The tune on this thing here is once again going to be centered around more mobility on the attachment, so ADS speed, sprint to fire. Let's actually go and move this thing down here, kind of see. I mean, look at that massive sharp increase, but it doesn't really do anything pretty much after right about here. So negative 0.46 is pretty much the max you're going to get out of that increase to your handling, and then all the rest of this stuff just kind of gets messed with, which we don't want. So there's no reason to go ahead and do that any further. And now the sprint to fire speed, well, you can see that that's another massive increase really quickly. But you can see, like, I mean, it does literally nothing. I mean, after that first little bit, it's kind of ridiculous. So we get our max right here, negative 0.17, and then after that, we do not need to push this any farther because we don't get anything more out of it. Like, there's no reason to push for more sprint to fire when you're not going to literally get more sprint to fire. So this is the tune here for this rear grip. Now jumping into the stock category, we're going to go through on the very last stock here, the Pro Light TL3 stock. For that sprint speed, aim walking speed, crouch movement speed, and of course, aim down sight speed. A really great thing to be able to have. Like I've been just pretty much talking about this entire class setup, is I like to be just, you know, very mobile. And so this is very much so going to help us out in a tremendous way. So I definitely think this is a great option. I have seen people run, you know, the Kastov Rama or even the Marquee 7, which is pretty solid, but I went for the Pro Light just to get max, you know, sort of mobility and movement capabilities out of this gun. And the tune on this thing here is going to be focused a little bit more on the ADS speed, and we'll try to get a little bit more aiming stability just because we've sped this gun up so much that we don't need to go super crazy on it. But we're going to go down here for a little bit more ADS because it is indeed an AR and it's going to be a little bit slow. But let's actually see that. We get our max right about here at that negative 2.59 in terms of your handling, since that's, you know, pretty much where the ADS speed goes. Now for the aim walking speed, we're going to try to go this and push this a little bit more to the aiming idle stability side. And we can see that, I mean, this doesn't really feel like it does a whole lot. But we get that increase right there. The max had our accuracy at a plus 1.86, and so now we've gotten a whole bunch of pros here to speed the gun up, but we've also helped stabilize it out with this attachment, which is pretty cool. And last but definitely not least, I like the iron sights on this gun, but much like when I made my Fennec video, I wanted to kind of utilize a red dot sight, and my go-to on this is always going to be the Cronin Mini Pro. It doesn't matter if I'm playing multiplayer or Warzone. I love having the blue dot, red dot, and for those of you guys that played, you know, previous CODs like Warzone, Modern Warfare 2019, you'll know that that red dot on, or that blue dot on those guns was highly coveted, and a lot of people just exclusively use that. And that's pretty much me in this game. Is when I have the option to use the blue dot, I'm going to do that. And thankfully, because it's a universal red dot sight attachment that you unlock from getting the Expedite Shotgun to level 7, this is just my go-to for every single gun that I throw a red dot sight on. But let's tune this. Now the tuning here is actually pretty straightforward, but I'll explain something real quick, since I know I have a lot of people that are maybe just picking up the game and they like to watch these videos. So the tuning on this, it kind of confused me at first in terms of your close and far. I didn't really understand what that was, and it kind of like put 2 and 2 together. It took me a hot minute. But pretty much if you put this as close, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be bringing that red dot sight physically in your field of view closer. Like you can go into the firing range and see close versus far. It'll be a pretty big difference on your screen. So we always push that all the way over to far. It doesn't matter pretty much anything, just always throw it max over to far. That gives you the most amount of, like, you know, extra screen real estate, more or less is the term for it. You get your red dot sight to be able to see what you're shooting at, and then you have a ton of extra area around the red dot sight, which is hugely beneficial to be able to see what's going on around you, especially if you're playing on like 120 FOV, something like that, which everybody realistically should be playing on 100 plus at least, just because we all have the option to. I play on 120, but I definitely recommend for everybody to at least try to play 110 plus, maybe, you know, maybe 115, somewhere in there, or max it out. I mean, that's what I do. Anyways, now let's go over to the aim down sight speed thing here, and we're gonna see that we can get a little bit of ADS speed, but we get like this really weird, you know, deterioration in the accuracy category after we're not getting any more benefit in the handling, which is really odd. So before we start getting that, you know, downside, we leave this here, get max accuracy while also getting the max increase for the ADS speed. It doesn't make sense how it, you know, should be like just slam it all the way to the bottom, you get max ADS speed, but that's not really how this works. This is my full build here for the Kastov 7.62. Now let's actually go into the firing range here for those of you guys that want to just be able to see that in the firing range, how it does. This is a very easy gun. Look at that. You can straight back and forth pretty good. Stability is pretty solid. Recoil is pretty easy. I just pull down on the stick ever so slightly. You're not really running into far engagements here in pubs, but you can just burst that a little bit, much like you would with more or less any other AR. Maybe minus the TAC 56, because that's like super low recoil. But anyways, that is my builds here for the Kastov 7.62. Hope you all enjoyed today's class and gameplay. If you guys did, give it a like, subscribe, and I'll see you all later. Just don't forget, don't be Randy. And I'm out. Peace.